Good morning. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy. No sound.
I'm muted. I'm so sorry. This is Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I'll be doing the readings.
I am Paul Landsittel. I am your musical spiriteer for today's service.
And we are Greg and Sheila Fawson. I pushed the wrong button, so we didn't show up there. So we do the broadcast.
It's the old one. All right, let's go into prayer.
So I just invite you to take a breath and close your eyes as we center into that place of oneness, of stillness, and recognize that there is only one life, one power, one presence. It is all that is. It is each and every life, each and every thought, each and everything. There is no thing outside of God. And so I know that each one of us is blessed and is a blessing this day. And I know that the service is blessed. Everyone who's participating, everyone who's listening at home now, everyone who watches and listens later, and everyone everywhere. We're blessed and we're the blessing. And so I know the service unfolds in ease and grace. And so it is.
So it is.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's get some music.
Yay, Paul.
We got Paul Landsittel. It's been a long time, it's been 5 weeks since we've seen you.
Yeah, there was 5 Sundays in July.
Yeah. So we missed you.
Here's to the news tomorrow will bring. People get ready for the next big thing. Today may be stranger than science fiction. Can't make this stuff up. It's non-fiction. So I slow down, slow down, slow down fast. Sooner or later, this too shall pass. I'm staying here till the ghost is clear. Safe at home, but not alone. Safe at home. I keep an open heart for the next surprise. Oh, let me see blessings in disguise when I slow down, slow down, slow down fast. Sooner or later, this too shall pass. I'm staying here till the ghost is clear. Safe at home, but not alone. Safe at home. A little bit of kindness goes a long way. Oh, let me be someone's angel today when I slow down, slow down, slow down fast. Sooner or later, this too shall pass. I'm staying here till the ghost is clear. Safe at home, but not alone. Safe at home. Safe at home. Safe at home.
Thank you, Paul. I love that
Certainly.
song.
Yeah.
It sets them an interesting mood.
Yeah. I mean, a church service is a safe place.
It is, yes. Thank you. We got some business to do, and we'll get back to you for another song.
Okay.
All right.
So I invite you to like us and check in on Facebook, but also you can join our YouTube channel and just CSL North Metro. And I think we get more users and things the more that people check in there. So I'm just inviting you. So you can also check out our website, cslmetro.org. You can go to contact us to get yourself added to the email list. You can request prayer, and we'll pray on it all week. And there's lots of good information out there. There's affirmations and prayers and Reverend Michael's monthly articles. And so wonderful stuff out there. Go check it out.
Mhm.
Today's title is When the Light Comes On. Our guest artists are wonderful, Paul Landsittel, our musical spiriteer you've already met. We're so glad to have him here. And the reading is from The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes.
Go invite.
I think it's my turn
Yes.
because I get to read the affirmations. And before I get started, though, I want to tell Paul how much I enjoyed that song. And I am one who needs constant reminders to slow down. And he said, slow down fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Affirmations for the week of August 6, 2023, written for us by Stephan Anthony. Please repeat after me. I see possibility and potential everywhere I look.
I see possibility and potential everywhere I look.
The universe provides all that I need right where I am.
The universe provides all that I need right where I am.
The core of my being is connected to the one source of all life.
The core of my being is connected to the one source of all life.
I carry joy in my heart in every moment and experience.
I carry joy in my heart in every moment and experience.
By simply living, the beautiful promise of Spirit's love blesses my life.
By simply living, the beautiful promise of Spirit's love blesses my life.
The innate guidance toward enlightened living is within me.
The innate guidance toward enlightened living is within me.
And together we say,
And so it is.
okay, the reading today, as Reverend Valerie said, is from the book, The Science of the Mind, written by Ernest Holmes. We are a threefold principle of life and action. We are spirit, soul, and body. From the spirit, we receive inspiration and guidance. In the soul, we find a perfect law of life. And through the body, we prove that we are a real individualization of the invisible principle. Our mind should swing from inspiration to action, from contemplation to accomplishment, from prayer to performance. This would be a well-balanced existence. The spirit fires the soul with energy and understanding. The soul, which is the subjective mentality, vitalizes the body and animates all that we do. No greater mistake could be made than to think we must separate life from what it does. We must unify. not divide. The Spirit must go into creation through law and action. Life must enter living, and God must flow through us if there is to be a real representation of the divine through the human. Let us feel that our purposes are animated and inspired from on high, and then let us go forth and make our dreams come true in human experience. With an invisible intelligence to guide, an immutable law to direct, let us take our place in any legitimate activity and thus cause our dreams to come to full fruition. And together we say,
And so it is.
and so it is.
Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ernest Holmes, too.
Yes, thank you, Ernest Holmes, too.
There's Paul. Paul Landsittel, everybody.
This is a new one called I Am Here for You. Find yourself alone without a clue. Watch for a sign. I'm here for you. Any old time from out of the blue. If you're out of your mind, I'm here for you. Wherever you go, I can be where you are. Out of this world, I'll follow your star. In the darkest hour, we'll see it through. Love is the power of two. And I'm here for you. On the path you take to higher ground, give me your hand, I'll take you around. I'm the one you can tell your secrets to. All is well. I'm here for you. Wherever you go, I can be where you are. Out of this world, I'll follow your star. In the darkest hour, we'll see right through. Love is the power of two. And I'm here for you. When the light comes on, don't be afraid. Watch those shadows begin to fade, just like a handle on a door. Open me up, I'll fill your cup. Wherever you go, I'll be where you are. Out of this world, I'll follow your star. In the darkest hour, we'll see through. Love is the power of two. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
That was really good. Thank
Brand
you.
new, right here,
Wow.
right here, Center for Spiritual Living.
And did you notice the titles right there in that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually try to sneak the title into some of these songs.
Good job.
Just see if someone's paying attention.
Well, it wasn't much of a sneak in.
No, that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And for being you.
Yes.
We enjoy your music and your consciousness.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. We'll have some more of Paul a little later. Now it's our
Okay.
turn.
Yes.
Oops. There you go. Here we are.
Here we are.
Another week in August. Our first week in August. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, just checking in. We're here to do one thing, and that is to shine our light. And if your light is shining brightly, then everything you do will be organically for this planet and everybody that lives on it. But more importantly, organically for your spiritual growth. I've talked about the dimmer before, but it's worth repeating. Life is like a dimmer. You know how you turn a dimmer to the left and it brightens the light, and you turn it to the right, it dims it. You turn it all the way to the right, you go into complete darkness. And it's interesting to me how the political situation in our country, right where we are, is to the left, bright, to the right, dim. And it's the same thing for us as we're going through our everyday experiences. Where is our light? Is it bright or is it dim? When we come into this world, we're a complete bright light because we just came from the original birthplace of life, that life that is constantly becoming more of itself. So it's important for every one of us to be aware of where we are with our own personal light. Is there anything dimming it? Is there fear? Is there anger? Is there frustration? Is there anything that dims your light? Because when your light is dimming, then you're separate from the light of the whole planet. And your light is as important as any other individual's light. Light lights up a room. I mean, that's obvious. When you turn on the light switch, dim it all the way to the left, the room becomes brighter. And it's the same thing with us. If we turn up our light and walk into a room full of people, that light will brighten things up, and people will respond to that. It always takes place. And if you want to experiment with it, just walk into a room with your light full bright and see what takes place. So how do we get our light to go bright? Well, we let go of all these things that are disturbing us, everything that may be anti us and not for us. So you clear your mind by going within, closing your eyes for a second, and just claiming who you are. I am the bright light of this planet. I am the bright light of this planet. And keep repeating it until you feel it and you absolutely are experiencing that. And then walk into a room, see what happens. People will notice you. They could be talking or doing some activity, and immediately their attention will come to you because you're so bright they can't help but be attracted to it. Now, if you walk into a room with a dim light, you'll probably be invisible. People won't notice you. I don't know if you've ever had an experience like that. I've had some. For whatever reason, I'm feeling down. or feeling not so great about myself. And it's like I walk in the room and nobody sees me. And I don't know if that's just an illusion in my mind that I've made up, but there's a real experience that I'm having, that I'm not being seen. And it's no fault of anybody's. It's just a truth that when my light is dim, I can't be seen. When my light is bright, there I am, right where I'm supposed to be. I've had the being a minister for almost 24 years. It'll be my 25th year of ministry next year. And I've had the amazing experience more than once of seeing a person's light come on, especially during classes. When people are taking these spiritual classes, they're saying, I want to see more of me. I want to become more of me. Mm-hmm. So they take classes to open up to Spirit's highest vision of me. So I want to tell a story about my first experience of seeing somebody else's light come on. Because when my light comes on, it's a whole different experience than witnessing somebody else's light come on. So I was in foundation class. It was my first class moving towards becoming a minister. I didn't know that then, but it was the first class. And we were in a big group when the teacher was giving the lesson. And then afterwards, we break into these small groups called pods. And a practitioner would be, or another minister would be the person running the individual pods. So the spiritual center I belonged to was a huge center, and there were tons of people in class. So each pod that I was in were about 10 people. And everybody would share, and people would say what they want to say. And my experience of it at that moment in time was that everybody was just complaining and whining, and I came to learn. So I kind of got upset and said, when are we going to talk about what we need to talk about? These principles. I want to learn these principles. And the PA, the TA said, and she was a yoga instructor. She said, Michael, take it easy. You're going to get these things. So I said, okay, but I just want to learn. I want to learn and grow as a spiritual being. So when that happened, soon as it was somebody else's turn to share, this person started just like going at me, just saying horrible things about me. And the TA said, we got to stop. We can't do this. You two need to go out and talk this over and come back in. So I go out with her, and she was African American, and she just said, I don't want to be around you. I don't like you. And I'm like, what did I do? And she says, I don't think there's any point in sharing anymore. And she left. She left the class. And I felt so responsible. I thought, what the heck did I do? I don't know what's going on. And next week, she showed back up to class. And we didn't look at each other. We kind of avoided each other's eyes. And the teacher was reminding us that the following week we're going to have to do these projects. We all had to do a spiritual project. And it could be a poem, it could be a song, it could be a painting we did. It could be however we want to share who we are as spiritual beings. So what came to me was a rap. And I'm not a rapper. I don't claim to be a rapper. I am a poet. But I got within me that I had to do this rep. And I thought, I don't want to do this rep. I don't even read my poems to people. I never read any poems or anything to anybody. It was just my own gifts to me. So the next week comes and people are doing their projects, and a lot of them are really great. And I do my rap. It's called White Man. And it's kind of like White Man. Where is it? Oh, I'll just do a little, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'll just do a little bit to, it's funny because I thought I had lost this, this paper that I wrote it on. So here it is. I'm a white man. Don't ask me about a thing. I don't know.
You put it over here. Your face is clear like this.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I'm a white man. Don't ask me about a thing. I don't know how to dance because I don't know how to sing. I'm a white man. I think I know it all. Don't try to lean on me because I'm the one that made you fall. White man. It's been white forevermore. White up and down the neighborhoods. White has kept them poor. And so on and so forth. And it gets to this one part where there's a chorus. And if you've heard raps, a lot of them have the chorus sung. And my chorus was, everybody's one when you think about it. Everybody's one when you look within. Nothing can be one when there's separation, except in everyone. That's the way we win. And I did my project, and I stumbled through it like I stumbled through it just now. And life was good. When the class was over, one of the members had a recording studio, and he asked me if I would like to record it. And I said, yes. And he goes, well, do you want somebody different to sing the chorus part? And I said, yeah, sure. So this woman who couldn't stand me came up and said, can I sing the chorus? And something in me just got very on the brink of tears. I just felt like something took place and I didn't know, I couldn't explain what it was. And she goes, that meant so much to me to hear somebody of your color say these things and take responsibility for these things. And I just want to let you know that when I got mad at you, it wasn't you, it wasn't anything personal. It was, I had this experience a long time ago with a certain white person, and you reminded me of that person. You didn't do anything to me, but I was reminded of it, and it just hurt so bad. I just wanted to scream, and I wanted to lash out on you, and the only way I could handle it is to avoid you. But I'd be honored to sing that part. And I said, you'd be honored. I'd be extremely honored. And from that point on, we bonded. And she had a young son that she had told the story to let him know about the story of what happened with us and how great it was that we were able to overcome and break through and just form this bond. So he nicknamed me White Bread. So I'd come into the sanctuary and he'd be way across the other side. And he'd go, hey, White Bread. And everybody'd look at us. But there was something that I felt. I don't know. I felt her light brighten. And it was interesting because when I looked looked back at it after I'd done the rap, I can remember thinking I saw something coming from her that was light. And in fact, that's what happened. Something woke up with her and her light came on. So a similar thing happened in classes again. Now I went through all the classes and I was in Prac 1. Practitioners are an ecclesiastical arm of Centers for Spiritual Living, and they're like spiritual counselors. And you've had to take all the basic classes plus Prac 1 and Prac 2 to become a practitioner. And I was in Prac 1, and the teacher was Reverend Michael Beckwith, and he was talking about something, and something that he said sparked something within me that I just felt something had opened. And all of a sudden there was this bright, like the room got brighter, and I was feeling overwhelmed with joy because I felt that something had shifted consciously and spiritually within me. And I can't remember the particular thing, but I had an answer. And I exploded into something. And I'm having this experience right in the midst of the class. So right during his teaching, he just stopped what he was saying, looked at me and goes, Michael. I go, yeah, I saw you.
Whoa.
And I said, I saw me too. And that acknowledgement of what took place in my heart and my soul growing more into me just was an experience that I could never forget. And he called a break right after we had this experience. And people would come up to me. They wouldn't say a word. They just put their hand on me and say, thank you. And I had all these people thanking me. And there's something grand and glorious when you have a breakthrough spiritually and you allow yourself to be seen, truly seen, that nobody can explain your feelings, but my feelings were just, well, it's still alive. Because when your light is turned on, you can never turn it off again. It may get a little dimmer sometimes when you're having experiences that aren't pleasant, but it can never be turned down. And it's up to each and every one of us, when it gets dimmer, is to turn it back to the left. Let your light shine. It's as easy as remembering that day for me that my light became a little bit brighter.
So one of the first things I noticed about Reverend Michael when we first met each other was that, well, one of the things that we did, we were at a metaphysical fair and we had our auras read, and I can't remember anything about mine, but the woman that did them told him that she had never seen so much light in an aura before. And my first experience with him is that he's so spiritual and so bright that sometimes he has a little trouble negotiating on this planet. He really, for the most part, lives in another realm. And so I really saw my job as being the tether to just hold him on the ground. And I still do that. And so it's wonderful to have the experience of having someone who is as deeply spiritual as he is, and to be our teacher and to be our example. And so that was just amazing. It was. I am so grounded that sometimes I have a little difficulty allowing myself to open and expand and be aware. And I know I've shared with you how we talk about doing and being and how it's do be. Mine's more like do be. And so it's a constant thing for me to remember, oh yeah, well, I had it happen Friday. I was working, and I had this thing I had to get done, and nothing was working. I tried this, and then I tried that, and then I tried this, and then I tried that. So the opportunity is, when that's happening, to go, whoa, I just need to step back and allow the answer to come, because I'm pushing too hard here. And as I push, the answer never comes. I know a lot of other things that didn't work came. And so as I allowed myself to stop trying to think of the answer, stop trying to do it, stop trying to make it happen, the right thing came to mind, and I knew what to do. And so it's a constant reminder for me to remember, well, that I read one of those things from Ernest Holmes about how we're like all of the three things all at once, and we're the spirit and the soul and the body. And that sometimes when we are more aware of the spirit than the body, I remember the time you lost your keys forever and then we found them in your shoe. Sometimes when you're so much spirit, you have a little trouble negotiating on the planet. And when we're so connected to the planet and to our physical self and not so much aware to the spiritual part of ourselves, then things are harder than they need to be because we think we have to push through it. And I know a lot of us were brought up that way. It was like, you have to find the answer, and you have to dig hard, and you have to drive hard, and you have to do. And so I'm just constantly learning. And sometimes I get it faster, and sometimes, like the other day, it took me a while to remember to slow down, to remember to open to a greater awareness than just what's happening on this plane, because there's so much more of all of us than just this body and this thing that's on this plane, that we're the body and the soul and the spirit. And sometimes I have to think my way through a thing, when what I really have to do is stop and allow and be, wait for the spirit to say, okay, now do this.
Mhm.
Okay, now be this. And I know we don't have disagreements much at all, but I know that the times when we have a tendency that we could go that way, to just remember, oh, who is that person that I'm thinking that I'm angry with right now? Oh, that's a person that is there for me all of the time, that loves me unconditionally, and there's just nothing ever for us to argue about. There's nothing. And I think we can be that way in the world as well.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's a little harder because people don't get us. And yet, as we allow ourselves to feel that love, and we allow ourselves to feel that light, and we be the place of love, and we be the place of peace, then we open up that possibility for someone else, just like the story that Michael told. We can be that space for other people to open. And one of the things I read that Ernest Holmes said is that we have to learn how to love everyone. And we don't have to love what they're doing or how they're being, but as we open up to the love, and as we become more loving, and as we just look at everything with love, maybe even the grasshoppers. I don't know. That's been a challenge for me right now. As we look at the world with love, and stop thinking about the things that don't work, or stop thinking about, oh, if they just do this or they just do that, and we just be that place of love, then we open up the experience for other people to be that love and be expansive too.
Mhm.
So what do you want to say about that, or something else?
Well, and I was just thinking, it's interesting when you were talking about, you were trying to do, and it wasn't coming to you, so you just let go. And what happened? the light came on,
Mhm.
and you got what you needed to finish what you were doing. So it's not a small thing, because there's not big and little in spirit, but it seems like a small thing in comparison to like my breakthrough that I had with Reverend Michael. But there's no difference, because those breakthroughs that can happen during the course of a day are as important, if not more important, than those one big, huge breakthroughs, because it's all part of your journey. It's all the divine lesson that we create for ourselves to learn. It's like we created our own lessons to learn what we need to learn to expand our spiritual awareness of who we are in this world at this time, in this moment. And there's nothing that happens in your life that isn't important to the journey that you're on, this eternal journey from glory to greater glory, from unbelievable heights that you can reach just by being you, by allowing you to be you. It's a glorious thing.
Okay. Okay. So I guess again, I invite you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Take that breath, realizing that God is breathing your breath. The breaths that you're aware of and the breaths that you're not. It's always automatically breathing your body, breathing. And God is right there, in, through, and as everything all of the time. The things we're aware of, the things that we're not. And as we release the challenges and the difficulties and focus on the one power and the one presence that is our life, we open our awareness to new understandings, to new opportunities, to new ways of being. And so I just invite each one of us, as we're taking the breath, to be breathing in the breath of spirit and recognizing that we are breathing in the breath of spirit and that it is in, through, and as us all of the time, regardless of what we're experiencing. It's right there, saying yes, yes, yes. And as we begin to focus on what we want and let go of the focus on what we don't want, we recognize that we get more and more and more of what we do want. And so I just know for each one of us that as we grow and expand, that not only are we growing and expanding our lives, but we're growing and expanding those around us. We're offering that opportunity, that space, that light for others to expand as well. So I know for each one of us, love and peace and joy and harmony and wonder and creativity, and always recognizing that God is at the center of our being, right where we are.
Yeah.
So an absolute gratitude. I just release this word into the spirit of love and the action of the law, knowing it is done. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Ashe. Aho. And woo-hoo.
Sitting here in my problem. What am I gonna do now? Am I gonna make it some way, somehow? Maybe I'm not supposed to know. Maybe I'm supposed to cry. If nobody ever knows the way I feel, it'll be all right. It'll be okay. I'm gonna make my world a better place. Gonna keep that smile on my face. I'm gonna teach myself how to understand. I'm gonna make myself a better man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Climbing out the window, climbing up the wall. Is anybody gonna save me? Or are they gonna let me fall? Maybe I don't wanna know. I just hold on the best I can. And if I fall down, I'm gonna get back up. It'll be alright, it'll be okay. Gonna make my world a better place. Gonna keep that smile on my face. Gonna teach myself how to understand. I'm gonna make myself a better man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gonna make my world a better place. Gonna keep that smile on my face. Gonna teach myself how to understand. Gonna make myself a better man. I'm gonna make myself a better man.
I'm not familiar with Kev Mo.
Oh, he's a great, great singer-songwriter. Actually, I think he's from LA. Pretty sure he is.
He's still alive?
Oh yeah. You ever watch the Playing for Change, any of those videos on YouTube? He's been on there quite a bit, and that's one of his more popular songs for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It was great. Thank you. We're going to take care of some more business and we'll be back for your last song.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it's interesting to understand how circulation takes place. As you give, it comes back and you receive.
Mhm.
As the ocean breaks upon the shore, it goes back into the ocean to receive,
Mhm.
and so on and so forth. And that's what we encourage you to do, to practice. And you'll discover that you can never outgive the giver.
That's right.
And it doesn't make any difference where you give. We humbly accept any gifts that you give to us, but just start where you are. At the lowest point of my life, on the brink of bankruptcy, I started giving because I thought if I can give at this point of my life and discover this principle, then it'll be solid within me. And it did. I got out. I never did go bankrupt, and the abundance flowed towards me. And I'm not just talking about money abundance. I'm talking about the abundance of life. Becoming a minister was an abundance of life for me. Being able to do this thing that I love, being able to give back. I receive so much more than I ever give. So this is our giving time. So I ask you to just right now, shine your energy, allow yourself to give that just for a starter by repeating after me. In this moment, I am eternally grateful
In this moment, I am eternally grateful
for my life and all that is in my life,
for my life and all that is in my life,
for the good that is constantly flowing through me,
for the good that is constantly flowing through me,
for all those who love me
for all those who love me
and all those I love.
and all those I love.
I give thanks.
I give thanks.
I give my heart.
I give my
I
heart.
give my soul.
I give my soul.
And so it
And
is.
so it is. So, easiest way to give is to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and just a little ways down the page. There's a couple ways to give. PayPal's one of them, and I forget what the other one's called. But also, our address is right there too. If you're a person that still writes checks, we do that too. So, and Venmo. If you're a person that uses Venmo, there's our QR code right there. So, lots of ways to give, and we appreciate it.
Yes. And so we invite Paul Landsittel back to front and center.
Yes.
We're in the dog days of August here. And it seems like because we like to do, sometimes it's not the right time or place to do. And we have to just kind of sit back and enjoy the present moment. This is sitting in limbo. Sitting here in limbo. I know it won't be long. Yes, I'm sitting here in limbo, like a bird without song. Yes, there's been some resistance, but I know that my faith will lead me on. Sitting here in limbo, waiting for the tide to roll. Yes, I'm sitting here in limbo, had some time to search my soul. Yes, there's been some resistance, but I know that my faith will lead me on. I don't know where life will lead me, but I know where I've been. I don't know where life will show me, but I know what I've seen. Had my share of love and friendships. What's in the past is gone. This little boy is moving on. Sitting here in limbo, waiting for the dice to roll. Yes, I'm sitting here in limbo, knowing that I have to go. Yes, there's been some resistance, but I know that my faith will lead me on. Sitting in limbo, 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 and I know that my faith will lead me on.
Oh,
That was really good.
yeah. Sitting here in limbo. Well, we invite everybody to get out of limbo and join us next week.
And join us on Zoom right after this. Well, we always have wonderful conversations, so we would love to see you. The Zoom link is in the comments. If you miss it there, It's on our website, csdalnorthmetro.org, on the calendar. So it's there every single Sunday, and it's the same number. So we'd love to have you join us.
Yes.
You guys
Thank
have
you.
anything to share?
Thanks a lot for the service. Thanks for shining your light to us.
And thanks for you being there for us.
Absolutely.
And that's for Ernestine and Paul too. Thank you for your consistency of showing up and making this possible.
Yes.
We appreciate you all.
You're very welcome.
There's something I would like to say is I want to thank Valerie, Reverend Valerie, and Michael for having a safe place for me to shine my light.
Oh,
I want to talk about when I first met Michael. I felt safe with him immediately. There was a connection, but as I have been around both of you longer and longer, being a person of color, it is so validating when it comes from your mouth and not mine. I don't know how to put words to that, but thank you.
You did very well. And that was the understanding I had with that young woman so long ago in foundation class. Bless her heart.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I didn't say that in my talk, but when she came after I said I'd like her to sing the chorus. She came up to me and gave me the biggest hug, and it just felt so life affirming.
Yes.
So thank you all, and we'll see you on Zoom.
Okay, I'll be right over.
All right.
Oh,
You want to do a benediction?
Yes.
Oh, benediction.
So close your eyes as we move into this next moment from the service into our next experience. I know we do so with the utmost appreciation for life and all it has to offer, appreciating each other, appreciating this planet that we can exist, appreciating the universe for its vastness and its example of who and what we are, children of the Most High.
Yes.
I thank God. I thank each and every one of you that joined us today, each and every one of you that are watching as a recording. I just know right where you are, the presence of God is, and I honor that, and I rejoice in that. For this, I give eternal gratitude by simply saying, and so it
and
is.
so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so
Peace and
much.
blessings.
All right. See you on Zoom.
Okay.